Kids and cadets, welcome back to Tommy Time. Appreciate you coming out. Monday madness. I've lost my mind with this Mulcher 1991 Tecumseh Craftsman Eager-1. So yesterday we messed with this thing. My son degreased it after we messed with it. Got it to kick off. Crankcase was totally filled with water and oil. After I left you guys, I went to change the oil because we confirmed it would fire off. Water poured out of the crankcase, and then the milkshake. So the whole bottom of the crankcase was filled with water, so I'm glad we didn't run it very long. So this thing has piqued my interest. I've really gone mad on this mulcher. I don't know why I'm messing with this turd. A few of you, like Lawrence Carroll, think I should keep plowing ahead with this thing. I'm beginning to fall in love with this thing, messing around with it today, just feeling the solidness of this deck. I can't believe how thick they made the decks. You could see the surface rust, but no rust through. I mean, I get 2 or 3 year old machines now that have big holes in them because the decks are so thin. The newer machines, you can bend the tin, they're so thin. So I'm messing with this thing today, kind of rabbit hole scenario as it always ends up. So I kind of was oiling stuff up. Well, first I started with the carb. Last night I put the carb in the ultrasonic cleaner. I had shown you the big build up here in the bowl. It was all tar-like material, varnish. So I just took the carb off whole like this. I didn't break it down. I stuck it in my solution like that and then turned it over and ran it the second time that way. I kind of flip them around. So I just used 50% water and 50% of this orange cleaner. I get it in the refill jugs. This is just from Dollar Tree, Awesome Orange. So 50-50. The ultrasonic does the cleaning. This is just a medium to hold the dirt, and it surely did. So I use just a cut-off container. That way I'm not filling a couple quarts in the ultrasonic cleaner. I'm just confining it to this so I can dump this easier than the whole kit and caboodle. So went through this. I didn't see anything other than the governor spring was broken. When my son degreased it yesterday, he found part of the spring down here and said, "What's this go to?" I'm not sure. I told him, and then upon further inspection, the governor spring deteriorated. So I stole another one off of another Tecumseh. Hopefully I can make it work. It was kind of tweaked, and I don't think it's the right one, but we're going to try it. So this is where we are. Reason I took this off this far is the linkages here were all rusty and slow to move. So I figured, what the hey, you can reach this from here, but I decided to pop the flywheel. Did a little more cleaning here, went as far as checking out the sump. I'm going to put some old gas in here, shake this around. You can see the water down there, and there's some crusty, so I want to get that all out of there. Like I said, it came out water and milkshake out of the crankcase. So I got to clean up the coil. If you couldn't read the recoil numbers, which I had difficulty, I finally was able to. There was some rust that I finally got off and was able to read the numbers underneath after some time. But another way to check your date code is you can go to the coil. They stamp the wire with the date code. So you see 91 there. E1 Quebec 91. This is a 1991 Tecumseh. They stamped the wire here on the recoil. It's another way to check date codes. So I'm going to mess with this some more. Maybe throw a few more things in the ultrasonic cleaner. Clean up some more things. Do a gas bath here. Get that out. Still have to come over to the head. I didn't retighten the head. I'm going to check the plug. It looks like somebody's already retorqued these. There's a little bit of rounding, but not bad on the head. So yeah, like I said yesterday, all 4 hubcaps are there. They're popped on with 4 little clips through the metal hub. Oh, another unique thing about these Tecumsehs is this keyway. It's kind of off-centered. It's not straight up and down like a Briggs. It's got a funny shape. Little edge goes in the crankshaft here, and this wider edge goes up on the flywheel. A little different. I think I know why, because this would be the weakest point right here, so easier to shear right in that area if it has to go. Never really messed with an old Tecumseh this old from the 90s, so I'm learning a couple of things by tearing this thing down. So I'll keep you posted. Monday Madness. I just wanted to give you an update of how this is coming. I'll spend a little more time on it today and then move on to something else. The only real thing that's going to hold me down is the primer. Bulb is really soft. It needs another primer bulb. I looked up the OEM bulb and $5 or $6, but then I found a seller. I can get the whole carb for $8. So it's one of those deals. Do I just replace the whole carburetor? So what I'm going to do, put it back together as is. If I have to, I'll just goose it to get it to start, see how it runs. If I have carb issues, then I'll just dump this original carb and go with an aftermarket. Separate everything that I have to. But if it appears to run fine, I'll probably just do the primer bulb only, just change that. And keep the OEM carb. I kind of took a razor and got all the buildup off the float here. It was pretty caked up. Gasket's hard, but I think I can reuse it just for testing purposes. Like I said, if I get failure rate on some of this stuff, I'll just change it out. Other thing is the throttle was a little sticky, so I'm putting oil on that to try to soften that up. The ultrasonic cleaner, I guess, didn't help me out on that, so we're working through a couple issues. Like I said, I'm going to devote a little bit of time to this, and then I got to move on. I was more or less challenged to see if I could get this 1991 turd to function. Test my shade tree mechanics skills on a limited budget, see if I could rectify this thing with what was just in front of me. Anyway, I'm going to keep plowing here. Next thing I'm going to do is put some stale gas in the crankcase, slosh it around, and then pour that out and let it drip dry into a pan. As far as Lawrence Carroll's suggestion about repainting everything, I'm not going to go that far. I'm going to keep it patina. What my plan for this thing would be is have it be a loaner. So that'll work to my benefit. The customer can cut their grass, and this thing is so damn ugly, their neighbors are going to throw stones at them. They're going to bring back the loaner as fast as possible, so I'm no dummy. I'll give them the worst thing in my inventory, and then they'll make haste to cut their grass, because they'll get stoned from their neighbors. This thing's ugly. Anyway, I'm having fun with it, learning a few things, chatting with you guys and gals, so it's all working out. I'm happy. I'm a happy pappy. You guys have a good Monday. Have a good rest of the week. We got a little rain coming here in Southwest Florida in the next few days, so that's fine. It's been drier than a bone. I've had to irrigate, and when I irrigate, it costs me money. I want Mother Nature to do all the work for me, except I don't want my house blown down or a 5-foot flood. I'll take everything less than that from Mother Nature. Anywho, have a good day. Tip you waitress and waitstaff. Adios, amigos. Mulcher 20. Eager-1 Craftsman. Tecumseh 4 horsepower monster. Monster Mulcher. Corrosion on the Mulcher.